Origins of Aunt May. Peter Parker's aunt by marriage and one of the most important people in his life. May Riley was born in an unstable family in Brooklyn. She had a rough childhood, often seeing her parents tearing each other to pieces. For May, life was a nightmare. The tension between her parents rose every day until her father made a decision. He left home. May thought, even if she would never see her father again, her life would be better without these quarrels. May's mother blamed his leaving on May. Moreover, her mother always told May that she was a burden. Every day of her childhood, May heard hurting remarks like that. She wanted to become liberated, but she would have to become a young woman before she could. The only positive thing she remembered from her childhood was that she could become stronger psychologically. As May grew up and became a beautiful blonde-haired girl, there were two men who she was attracted to. On one hand, there was Uncle Ben, a sales talker at the Coney Island Fair at New York. On the other, there was Johnny Jerome, a selfish big-time gambler. Due to her miserable childhood and a feeling inferiority, May let herself be taken in by a man who treated her like a princess. She fell in love with Johnny Jerome. One thing leading to another, and May trusted Johnny more than ever, and when he proposed to elope, she accepted. Jerome's plan was not perfect, however. Indeed, there was a little problem called Ben Parker. Ben, May's bashful lover, succeeded to obtain clues about the true face of Johnny Jerome, a robber and a killer. He intervened at the right time when May was getting ready to run away. Ben convinced her about Johnny. She thought about it rationally, and this time and gave her heart to Ben. Little by little, their relationship became stronger and stronger. A test for the young couple arose. Ben's parents often entrusted them with Richard Parker, Ben's youngest brother. May found taking care of a young boy when she and Ben were in a new relationship was not an easy task. They couldn't live on their youth. That was why, when May Riley married Ben Parker, they decided not having kids. That decision ultimately led to Richard falling in love and marrying Mary Fitzpatrick, having a son named Peter. After Peter was born, Richard and Mary Parker realized they had made a mistake by settling down so young. Ben and Mary thought their youth was wasting away, so they left Peter to be raised by Ben and May. Ben and May agreed and greeted Peter with open arms straight away. They completely fell in love with their new nephew. Richard and Mary, who were both CIA agents, had been assigned to a secret mission in Algeria. They were double agents for worked for the American government while posing as agents for the Red Skull. During their mission, they were killed by Red Skull when their cover was blown. Upon hearing the news, May and Ben realized they had only one choice: to take care of their orphaned nephew as if he was their own child. When Peter was born, May was approached by Richard and Mary. They both asked if she could take care of Peter if they ever died during a mission. May felt unprepared for that responsibility, but Peter was such a loving child that she couldn't help but accept. From there, Ben, May and Peter became a family. Years passed peacefully in that little New York neighborhood of Forest Hills. Peter became a smart student at Midtown High School. May and Ben were happy that their nephew had loosened up when Peter became enamored with Spider-Man, even if they didn't know that Peter was Spider-Man. Soon though, they were worried because Peter came home at late and odd hours. One night, soon after Peter had won a wrestling match as Spider-Man, a burglar broke into their home in order to steal a treasure that had been owned by the previous owner. Ben couldn't sleep that night because he was worried about Peter's late nights. Ben surprised the burglar and the burglar shot Ben. When Peter found out about his uncle's death, he decided to take revenge on his uncle's killer and ended up arresting the burglar. Without Ben's support though, May was in trouble to pay her bills. That was when Peter decided to take on more responsibility and got a job as a Daily Bugle photographer in order to help his Aunt May pay bills. Powers and abilities. Aunt May does not have any superpowers besides being the most caring aunt in the comic book world.